Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jake and you're here for another reaction, and today I'm reacting to episode 2 of House of the Dragon. Where we ended off in episode 1 was that I put my notepad down thinking that I'm not going to need it, and then I realised I'm going to need it for names because, you know, got introduced to a whole new bunch of characters who haven't got what's the word I'm looking for? Easy names. That's probably not a good word to use, but easy. So there we go. So yeah, so where we left it off is that Viserys, who is the king, he lost his wife, who was pregnant with his firstborn. I'm not going to go into it. I went to his firstborn son, who was going to be heir. Sorry, just to be firstborn. So yes, firstborn son that was heir to his throne. They both died. Liam and his brother Daemon is like next in line, and rumors were being spread that, you know, Daemon was not fit, but then he said some bad stuff about his dead son. So then he said, "You're no longer my heir. My daughter." I've written it out. Rhaenyra is to be my heir to the Iron Throne, and Daemon didn't take too kindly to that. He's then gone off on his beautiful dragon. And yeah, everyone's not necessarily playing proper politics just yet, but I have to admit, I don't necessarily trust Otto Hightower. It's Otto, right? Yeah, Otto Hightower. Don't necessarily trust him too much. So yeah, so we'll have to see, come back to that. As for this episode, I haven't seen any of the previews or the promos or whatever you want to call them. But I'm excited. I have like got the video ready, and I've seen that there's obviously a new intro. It had to be a new intro. I've seen like about 2 seconds of it, but I didn't hear anything either. So I'm excited to see what that intro and the music's going to be like. But overall, the first episode I thought was a solid reintroduction into the universe that is Game of Thrones, and I'm ready to immerse myself into it more. So rather than waste any more of your time and my time, and my brother's dog's out on the landing. I can hear him at the door. He's going to be wound up that, you know, he's not allowed in here. I would normally, but he's a pug. He has no sense of boundaries, and he's like, like that's how he is. So I need to hurry up for his sake. Otherwise, he's just going to start scratching at the door. So I'm going to leave it there. Guys, I hope I enjoyed this reaction. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, like and subscribe to the channel. That'd be great. Other than that, I'll see you on the other side. Oh, so they're keeping the same music then? Oh, okay. I'm here for it. They've just changed everything. Oh my god, it's they're using blood, so it's going to be fire and blood by the end of it. I am liking the difference in this intro. I am. Oh, it's actually pretty sick. Yes. Yes. That's cool. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh my god, they're still alive.
And burn out this crab feeder. I am not prepared.
Oh, it's actually called a crab feeder. He's just called them that.
Are not the free city.
Very much on the nose.
What reason does the crab feeder have to fear us?
Oh.
The king's own brother has been allowed to seize.
This is going to sound so... You know what? It doesn't sound so stupid because there's a show about dragons, right? But imagine he has a giant, like, crab. And the dragons come along and the crab just pinches its fucking head off.
You have dragon riders, brother.
Oh? Has she spoken out of turn?
Send us.
Why don't you take the princess to see about the new King's Guard posting, Lord Commander?
Oh, they're sidelining the shit out of her.
We'll protect you as well.
Ooh. That is a nice armour. He's standing the fuck out. Oh, it's not armour, it's like a tunic.
I choose Sir Kristen Cole.
Oh, there we go. Oh, no, she's chosen. She's chosen.
There's no doubt, Sir Kristen.
My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat, should he not?
Of course, Princess.
You don't want it, because you want him dead. You're playing the Game of Thrones.
I don't trust you.
Oh, they're gonna hold hands as the... Oh, I thought they were gonna have that little hold hands moment. Oh, it's still happening.
What if you went to her?
There are times when I would rather face the Black Dread.
But
I think she would open herself.
she's 15 in this.
And already they tried to marry my father off and replace me as heir.
Oh, shitheads. Plus also, I feel like her best friend's going to end up pregnant with by her father.
Mine own father does not know the language of girls either.
Men don't. Men tend not to.
And now a foreign power has established a colony in our most critical shipping lane.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's going well for you, mate.
You paint such an aspiring...
The crown is perceived as being vulnerable.
You need to actually show fire and blood.
Is the only way to demonstrate that we are not.
Fire and blood.
Storm. You can join our families. Wed our daughter Lena.
I must admit, I haven't given marriage much.
Oh, I just realised there. I thought, excuse me, I thought they were trying to marry off, one of his family members or something like that. I did not think they literally were just like, all right, it's been 6 months, mate, your wife's passed. Want to bang our door? Like, fuck it, I didn't. It went right over my head there. They were like, marry daughter. All right, fair enough. Poor bastard. I say poor bastard, sorry. It's like, but I'm still here saying poor bastard. For all I know, he could be, you know, ploughing girls from the whorehouse, or his daughter's mate, who was called Alicent, I believe, isn't it? Alicent. But yeah. Someone needs to kill that fucking cricket that's in the background.
We should be free.
That is in the scene. Kill that cricket.
You gotta make it sexy, hips and nips, otherwise I'm not eating.
Right. I need to say it. I could not get that. It must have been a cricket sound, right? Because that was definitely something that... It sounded like a cricket. That throughout that scene, I'm there like trying to invest in it. Oh.
And hopefully stop the advance of the rot.
Oh my god. That's nuts. That's archaic.
I held an audience.
Will it work?
Today with Lord the Lady Lena is young, Your Grace.
Indeed, but the wounds made by...
In a is he saying that as in a young, as in like a, it's a bit too young for you, mate, or as in like a, like, she's a bit young, like the young flesh and blood of women is good for you? I don't know, that was creepy.
You fear what Rhaenyra might think.
What does it matter, Your Grace? Her mother has passed.
Alright,
Her father must propagate the royal line.
you fucking savage.
You are the king, but I do not envy you.
Ooh, I just don't trust anyone. I'm so frightened this is the daughter and how young she might be. So frightened. Ah, she's so young! She's so young! She's so young.
I imagine even dragons get lonely.
But not this lonely, surely not Viserys.
Your Grace, I would give you many children.
Oh.
So that we might strengthen. That I wouldn't have to bed you until I turned 14.
Oh my god. So fucked up.
That I understand the order of things.
We gotta turn the order of things on its head, because that is fucked up.
If you mean when I'm queen, I will create a new order.
Yes. But don't snigger. Don't snigger. Join her.
The men of the realm already had their... Do you remind your father's men of that as you carry their cups?
Oh, this bitch is better.
Here is the... And see a woman ascend the iron.
Oh, but also she's bitter because it's true, and I don't know whether I pity her or dislike her. I don't know.
I'm sure that she is good and kind.
Uh,
And that she will enjoy your company, as I have.
She's a kid.
To announce that he is to take a second wife.
What?
The tradition of old Valyria. She is to assume the title
bastards.
Lady Missarian of Drag.
Who is Lady Missaria?
We believe Daemon's Hall.
Fucking hell, he doesn't mince his words.
Edition.
Strongly.
Let me go to Dragonstone.
I don't think he likes you too much. So how are you gonna do well with him?
Will you see the king tonight?
This guy, stop trying to pimp out your daughter. Christ. I can't work out if he's just playing the long game of the Game of Thrones, or if he just doesn't want his king sad. Oh my god, that's spectacular. Oh, that looks so good. I want to also say that in the past week, this is the 4th thing I've seen Matt Smith in. I watched an episode of Doctor Who that he was in, The Doctor's Wife. Brilliant episode. I also watched him in Last Night in Soho, which he was fantastic in as well. Just the small little role he played. I don't want to ruin it in case anyone was watching, but we'll go watch Last Night in Soho. Very, very good film. And Morbius. I saw him in Morbius, and we basically did it as part of, me and my partner did it as part of an A to Z list, and we got to M, and we had a bunch of things. I thought, you know what? The memes have been spectacular. They've trolled bloody Sony so much with getting them to release it and then re-release it, and I just like, I needed to see why the memes were such a big thing, and I understood. Let's put it this way: I understood why he got trolled so much. But I will say, Matt Smith did the best he could with that role. I thought he was the better part of it.
Banish your whore.
Fuck's sake.
Lead dragon
Poor cow.
of his grace King Viserys.
Yes, apologies. I couldn't recall.
Perhaps my prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse.
Hey!
Very good.
This is a truly pathetic show.
Yeah, you also got to remember, he's got a dragon. That's right. Did you think that, you'll be right to scrap them without the dragon getting involved? Oh, you're beautiful. How many more does he got? How many more has he got? Woohoo! Is that Rhaenyra? Right, Rhaenyra, it's time to shut these fucking men up.
Preventing bloodshed.
Okay, guys, fun little fact. Well, not fun, and not really, kind of a fact. Anyway, I basically, the file I got, for some reason, it did had no subtitles throughout it, and they were speaking in English, but then whenever they spoke in, is it Valyrian? Yeah, when they were speaking that language, they it kept on coming up with like subtitled language that I'd never seen before, so I had no idea what it was. So I've had to go and redo it. Like, basically, I thought it was something when they were in the small council and it happened, I was like, well, maybe I'm not necessarily supposed to know. I'm supposed to be guessing it from it. Maybe, I don't know. But then when I got to later on, when they're at when they meet Daemon and they start talking, like literally within the first line, I was like, right, I'm supposed to know what they're supposed to say. So I've gone back to the small council meeting just to have a look at what they said, and then I'm going to go back to that bit. Just letting you know. Dragon Dead was stolen from the... Oh, okay. Okay, alright, okay, so he stole it. Okay,
The prince
that makes sense.
left a missive, which I believe might explain.
All makes sense. A bit more sense now. Which egg did he take? Okay. Dream Freeze, princess. Dream Freeze? Same that you chose for Prince Balon's cradle. Okay. Okay. Oh. Pay up, bitch. Rent is coming. One day. She's not even pregnant yet, you shithead.
You need to kill me. So do it.
He's not gonna do it.
All this bother.
He's not gonna do it, right? Oh, that was a power play, but also to stone the egg right at her as well. Oh yeah, she's gonna be a lot harder to deal with than you think she is. Oh, dragons. Just gotta love them, don't you? Have to. I'm correct in thinking is this Dragon's Keep? And this is where they set themselves up once they reach the shores on the way to King's Landing. So when they all sort of, like, the ending of the episode was they all quietly made up to the room around the table, and then she was like, right, so where do we begin? Or something like that. Daenerys, I mean, in Game of Thrones. This is the same. It looks the same. I'm fairly certain it was called Dragon's Keep. And this is where they got the dragon glass, wasn't it? From the caves?
That I will never be threatened by childbirth.
Good. Children can be such irritating creatures.
To protect me, Daemon.
Liberated from what?
Fear.
Oof. Their clan tends to just live in fear. They create fear with dragons. Not really the smartest move.
And she has Targaryen blood. What's to mislike?
Yeah, thank you. Oh, creepy bastards.
On all things. If you truly want my unencumbered opinion, you should wed Rhaenyra.
Marry the fucking child, you.
Save Paulus and fix him.
The princess has returned from Dragonstone.
Dragonstone?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a thing.
Went to Dragonstone.
Dragonstone, not Dragon's Keep, Dragonstone.
Your mother's absence is a wound that will never heal.
It pleases me to hear you say this.
But he's gonna marry a child.
To know that I'm not alone.
By marrying again, I may begin to ensure that we are better defended.
Against who?
Whomever.
Everyone.
betray us.
Everyone's after this throne.
Mother would have understood this.
Yeah, but not a fucking child.
Just as I do.
He's they can't do this, right? I mean, they can. It's probably in the books. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it.
To take a new wife.
And it's Alicent. It's Alicent. It has to be.
I intend to marry. The Lady Alicent Hightower.
Yeah. Oh god, what's this going to do for their friendship? What's it going to do to the realm? That little tiny smirk. Oh no. Yeah, don't look her in the eye. You won't be able to, coward. The betrayal. It's worse that she would have married. She would have preferred you marrying the fucking 12-year-old. Oh.
I knew what I wanted.
To be king. To be king.
So I went out and seized it.
Or to be a dragon king. Either one.
Unlike every other lord of the... made from the same cloth.
Oh, who's he talking to? Who are you talking to? Oh, motherfucker! Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, he was more inclined to him.
I wasn't aware you had a king. It was never my brother's strongest trait. Being king.
Sassy as fuck.
The crab... and the king's failures have allowed him to accumulate strength.
Oh my god. This is fucked up.
If those...
I will speak of my brother as I wish. You will not.
Aw. Kind of nice, I guess.
in the stepstones.
So he's putting forward an alliance. He has to take down this Crab people, crab people, crab people, crab people, crab people. Oh my god. You look magnificent. That's the end, isn't it? Motherfucker. So that, guys, was my reaction to episode 2 of House of the Dragon. Apart from the mishap, sorry, the camera went out of focus there. Apart from the mishap, well, to be honest, this was a hard one to record because with the subtitles mishap that happened during it, to then I had about 3 to 4 conversations being had right outside, so that would then have to be stopped because then the noise would come through here. So then, as soon as then the last one of those conversations stopped, I then have someone use a leaf blower for 20 minutes. Oh, disaster for a recording point of view. But as for watching point of view, I thought that was great. It was again another reintroduction to the world that is Game of Thrones, the universe in which it is, because it is all about marrying off now people to another family and trying to marry him off to a 12-year-old child, where it's then like it's fucked up. It's so fucked up. I can't get over how fucked up it is. But to have all that going about, and then just all the like the betrayals and like the sneakiness of getting the egg and stuff like that, and then the standoff between Daemon and Rhaenyra, like it was some of the scenery there as well on that bridge. It was lovely. But yeah, no, it was sorry, I need to write down something. Sorry, before I forget, Dragon's Keep, not no, Dragonstone. That's it. No, Dragonstone. There we go. Fucking hell, I almost got it wrong there. Anyway, I need to remember that for next time. But yeah, so overall, it's just the world in which they build is just, it just makes your skin crawl, but then it makes you pumped. The whole thing with the crab feeder as well. That's great. That's creepy as fuck. That's what I want as well. It's just something to make something so horrible, so barbaric, but then at the same time I kind of like them. And that whole scene of on the beach, just having them crucified, but the crabs are eating them. Oh, ooh. But I'll go through some of the stuff I've written down here. So, having the intro back, I didn't expect them to use the same music for some reason. I thought they'd create their own music, but it makes sense. Keep the same music, it's part of the universe, but change the intro. And having the intro of it going around with the blood that eventually went into the symbol of the Targaryen clan's symbol, I guess. Symbol, yeah. With the blood, like the blood going into the fire, like fire and blood. It was great. Great intro, and had to have the music. It's just something then to... I guess it's something to get you keep, like, remembering the good old days of Game of Thrones and how it's like, well, the good old days. It depends how you look at it. I didn't mind it overall, but yeah, you know what I mean. So it just, it gets you pumped, like knowing that every Sunday/Monday, depending on where you live, you're going to have a new episode in that universe, and then when you turn it on, it's going to have the do 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 do. And it also means that I will forever, like, it isn't just like that song isn't just gonna die with the series that is Game of Thrones. It's gonna carry on, which means that the song from South Park carries on.
Wieners alongside yet another wiener party, wiener party, party, wieners nice and soft, non-erect.
So I'm happy with that. Overall, it's great to have that at the start. Again, I have written down here straight away, crab feeder. What the whole scenery of it all, the people scream. I thought it was just like something from old battles. Like, you see it first going through the skulls and stuff, and then obviously then you see someone getting eaten alive. Like, you think, oh right, okay, they're dead. But then they're moving, the scream. Oh, it's so creepy. It's so fucked up. But that's why you fall in love with these sort of worlds, isn't it? It's like, you know, it's nothing like this world, so you can feel comfortable in kind of enjoying how barbaric it is, which is weird because then I'm there getting creeped out by them marrying 12-year-olds. Like, how can I be okay with, well, like you find reason behind it. You can go, yeah, someone getting eaten alive by crabs, woo! Yeah, someone getting like burnt alive by a dragon and eaten, oh woo! But marrying a 12-year-old, no. But I guess it didn't happen in the end, and I guess we be thankful that Viserys isn't that way inclined, I guess. But we'll get to that. I put the princess overstepping, which we saw at the start when they were in the small council, when they were talking about everything. She said what she said, and then she got sent to do like the little pick who's gonna like protect your father sort of thing. And I thought, oh, this is going to be it now. But she came and stepped up towards the end, so it's sort of like a nice like. I got told off for doing this. You didn't listen to me, but now I went and restored it at the end by doing what I thought was right. And although you're not happy, I did make everything good, well, kind of good anyway. So it's sort of like a. Oh, you will learn the ways at our pace, and then suddenly like, no, please slow down. You're my only heir. But yeah, I did think it was going to take longer before she started overstepping, but I'm here for it. Her picking the Dornish. Was he Dornish, or did he fight against the Dornish? The one that he ended up picking to protect the father. The one Crispin, isn't it? That Daemon called Crispin. I like that it was so simple of who's actually had fighting experience. Him. Well, why would we pick him? Like. And then it's obviously then the Game of Thrones, the powers that be. Like, we have to keep these people happy, so then we keep their support for this and that. And it's like, no, you need to pick the people most qualified, idiots. So she will hold no prisoners. She will suffer no fools. And I don't know how this all ends. And I don't want to know. So no one tell me. But I do hope she does end up reigning at least for a little bit. But excuse me. So I know bits that happen that eventually, with the Mad King, and I know that's X amount of time down the line. So but before we get to that, hopefully there is some sort of she's in power for a little bit, the whole sort of thing with listen, he wants to marry Alicent. Alicent Hightower, which obviously it's Otto's like sort of thing from the start, wasn't it? Maybe he knows the king so well that if he knew he threw a 12-year-old his way, but then gave him a more mature person who he could talk to, then maybe he planned that ahead so well. But but to have like them like meeting and see you saw it coming, didn't you? Like you thought it was just gonna be he was just gonna send him there to have sex with her, but then you didn't really see him doing it, and then it was more they were talking on a level than her giving him the stoned dragon as well before all this meeting. It made sense. What the end of fallout from this all? Well, we see the fallout eventually, but fallout more between Alicent and Rhaenyra. Like, it's going to be interesting because technically, if it does go ahead and they do marry, then that's her friend and confidant is now her queen and mother. It's a bit strange. It is. We'll have to see how that goes. How does that work out? Does then Alicent have control over her, or can talk down to her, or what? That's gonna be interesting. Imagine that would not go down with a lot of social groups / friendships. Okay, that whole thing, the walking along with the 12, it says marry our daughter. I wrote that down when they had a little talk. I can't believe that rather than it just be sort of like, let's come to this pact or bond or something like that, it's like, let's combine blood and marry our daughter to you. Again, when they say young, I was there thinking maybe more Rhaenyra's age, and you're like, that's kind of like, you kind of somewhat get that because they're getting close to the age of where it's the adulthood where they can carry on with their life. Not that it's acceptable, but in that world you have that's in my head. But the fact is that they were putting their 12-year-old with a man that's in his 40s, just so then it puts the families together and like sort of makes the bond more powerful, and there could be a chance that their bloodline could be on the Iron Throne. But 12, that is fucking, that whole scene, him walking along, it's creepy as fuck. I'm glad they made the series a bit more sort of like I can do this, I really can. Yeah, I read the maggot in his hands. Listen, Viserys isn't lasting long. If we can get to the end of the season and he's still alive, we're good. But I don't think we have much of Paddy Considine as it's going. Which is a shame because he's a good character, good actor and stuff like that. But too much things seem to be going on, and like maggot hands and like fucking lesions on his back and stuff like that. Oof. I then wrote, throughout my notes, I just kept on putting child-daughter marriage, like child/daughter/marriage. Like I could not. It was not sitting well with me, especially after seeing them together. Yeah, the queen that never was, Princess. I can't remember her name. I have to write her name down. Princess. The queen that never was. I don't know where I stand with her. Obviously, her husband is now sort of doing things behind the scenes with Daemon, but I was torn between her being bitter, but also her knowing how the way the world is for women and how men see it and make it. And I'm sort of torn between it being a lesson, but a lesson that Rhaenyra is going to try and break down. But I don't know whether the Queen of Wars will actually be okay with that, as in you're breaking down barriers that I never could, great, or as in who do you think you're going against? The establishment, fuck you, and try and tear her down. I don't know. So, and I'm also talking about how I feel about her, between bitter or actually just being, this is a life lesson. But we'll have to see, I guess. Daemon stealing the egg. Then that whole standoff on the bridge, the fight ready to happen. They're so lucky Rhaenyra turned up. Because what were they going to do? Daemon's fucking dragon pops up. What are they going to do? Try and fight them? They're fucked. Rhaenyra comes up, saves their lives, gets the egg back. Silly from Otto. Silly men. Stupid men. Let women do things. Oh, idiots. But it was also, why would you think, Otto, he hates you? Why would you think you'd be able to calm him down? Get everything going? He doesn't like you, but he likes his niece. So, it's what did he think was going to happen there that would, change his mind, You're trying to convince a Targaryen with a dragon when you've got just soldiers there. That was silly. So silly. Also, Daemon then having pissing off his future wife. I also thought she was free from fear, but then again, she's now almost entering a war where she could get destroyed anyway. So but then again, she left probably thinking that she wouldn't get into that. So maybe she's just saying, I didn't join up for this war to then be in fear of being murdered in my sleep or burnt alive by your brother, that sort of thing. So maybe, I don't know. But and I also don't know where I stand with Daemon as well. I feel like I thought he might be more of a bastard, but he might be a bastard in his own, because he seems to have a bit of a softer side. And whether I expected more of a scumbag, I don't know. But I'm liking the portrayal that he's sort of listening to her and sort of I'm sorry, but then also him saying the kids can be annoying as well. That was great. But he has that sort of stuff he listened to Rhaenyra as well. He obviously threw the dragon's egg at her, but he listened to her nonetheless. So yeah, I like the way they're going, and whether he has a sharp turn or it's all just yeah, disguise underneath, he's actually sadistic as fuck. I don't know. Maybe it's the other people that we think are nicer that end up being sadistic. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah, but I also think it was pretty fucked up that he stole the egg that was for his dead nephew. So, but imagine stealing it just in case he does have a kid. It's so entitled. It's so petty. Again, I wrote down marry a child, ? Like, really, did you want to? I did enjoy their little sort of Rhaenyra and Viserys talk about how much he loved his mother, and like, you're actually a woman now, you understand how things work. Like, she knew it, she accepted it, and I think it is fucked up that she was accepting him maybe marrying a 12-year-old instead of his mate. So, a little bit fucked up. But I did enjoy their little sort of like, I understand my role, I understand your role, I understand that there still will always be a void there in which my mother was, and your wife will never be replaced. You'll just get a new one, but that won't replace... She'll obviously it's a replacement, but it's not a replacement of how you felt about her and the memories that they had and the child that they had. So, yeah, it was a nice scene. Very nice scene. Him saying he'll marry Alicent. Otto playing fucking chess whilst everyone's playing checkers. Yeah. You just knew, like, it's like, listen, I agree, I didn't want him to marry the child. I'm just glad about that. But, and the people are trying to say the best route is to go down this route, and I'm like, no, don't. And then he hasn't gone on the route. I'm like, and now he hasn't gone down that route, and now I'm like, well, no, of course you're gonna make enemies, you idiot. You should have married a 12-year-old. This show, the Game of Thrones made me feel things, and this one's gonna like make me feel things. I will contradict myself constantly. Can't wait. And then the whole thing with Daemon and Prince. I'm gonna have to write down his name as well. Did I write it down? No, I didn't. I'll have to come back to him. But then trying to make that partnership to be like, because you saw in the first episode that they might, he has more inclination for Daemon. He understood his tactics a lot more, and then now obviously he's been, well, he thinks betrayed. So now he's turned to Daemon to say, help me out with this and I'll help you. Like, the civil war is starting to begin, and it's more likely to, because now he has a big, strong ally. Daemon has a big, strong ally in his corner, and it's just going to ruffle so many feathers. There's going to be so much bloodshed. But I cannot wait for these crab people. I'm really, really going into the direction of crab people from South Park. Don't care. I am really looking forward to these crab people. They look sinister. They look fucked up. I want to know more about their culture, what they believe in, why they're doing it, if their gods are crabs, like, if their wives are dressed like crabs. I don't know. I'm fully invested in finding out. I'd rather not just go in and slaughter them. I'd want to know what their establishment's like. So, but overall, shit's hitting the fan every episode. Well, it's the first 2 episodes. I expect it to carry on into every episode. I don't expect a moment of peace, really. It's the Game of Thrones. Like, everyone's trying to fuck over each other to sit on that throne. And I'm here for it, I guess. I'm here for it every week. So, other than that, guys, though, I'm going to stop it there. But yeah, great episode. But if you liked the video, please like the video. Comment down below. What do you think of the episode? Are you looking forward to the crab people? Yeah, did you think that Otto played Viserys, like, all the way to the point that he knew he'd get him to marry his daughter? Comment down below. Let me know. If you like these types of videos, please subscribe to the channel. There's a bunch of other reactions around here to do with me and other people. Have a look, see what takes your fancy. Other than that, guys, I'll see you out there.